Good morning from sunny England. It's a beautiful morning. We are at Lakeside Touring Caravan Park and Luxury Lodges. Sorry if any of you have the same ringtone as Beth. That's not your phone. That's Beth.
This is my alarm. Time to get up.
So we met these people last night. They stopped by the camper, make sure everything was okay. Very nice campground. This is about all we've seen. We came in last night. We were pretty tired. We haven't really left the camper. I think Beth went over to the washroom. That was about it.
Yeah, I went to check the facilities. You know, the showers and bathrooms and everything. Everything is spotless, really clean, very friendly. Great place to stay. We're sorry we're only staying one night.
Yeah, we're on our way to York. So, all right, I'm getting out of the RV. Okay, I have now stepped. That's one small step for Mark. But yeah, really nice. The guy's done it all himself. It's him and his wife. Keeps it really nice. Nicest one we've seen in our travels. And I would include in the U.S., although the U.S. are different. So, yeah, PowerPoint. Nice fields. There's 2 big fishing lakes here. And plenty of spots for your RV, whether you got a caravan or a van. And just really nice spot. So I've got to empty out the cassette to find out where that is. And after I get that done, then we're going to be on the road. So let's take a little walk around here. There's a laundry room. I don't know what that is. Beautiful little spot. That says danger rat poison. I don't know what that is. But a whole nother row of campsite. Beautiful hedges. Just taking a walk around. Give you a view of that. This place is huge. I don't know if this is their field or a farmer's field. Looks like a farmer's field. Just a typical road here. Well, if you had a dog, this would be the place. Yeah, the guy mentioned he still has his digger. So I think maybe that's his digger over there. So beautiful morning. There, hollyhocks just growing wild. How pretty is that? Well, I hope wherever you are, you're having as good a morning as I am. Yeah, we're coming back here, I think, in our next UK trip. And spend some time here and kind of recharge. This is one of those places where you can do that. You don't have to worry about stuff. So, and there's Beth over in the camper. Right on the other side of the berm. Really nice. That's the kind of detail. Those are things people that were in the trades recognize. When he cut the plastic to fit the top of the fence post. But just a little walk around. Alright, I don't have the microphones.
Okay.
So, where are we?
We're in the middle of York, by the castle.
There's the camper.
We're heading to
There's
the Viking
Beth.
Museum.
There's the castle. With the English knights at the top looking down. Alright, let's check this scene out.
Yeah, crazy parking lot.
Yeah, crazy parking lot. Not a good fit for vans.
2,000 years later.
Very welcome to take photos, please note flash photography, and of course, please note the bring inside. You are indeed very welcome. In fact, you can wish to ask questions. There are lots of Vikings downstairs. Vikings are famous through history, being friendly and humble people. Any questions of any kind, let one of us know and we'll have an answer. Have a lovely time with us.
Of the north of England, but just before you get excited that you're going to be travelling through a Viking cornucopia of information, we're not going to tell you about the history of the Vikings. We're not even going to tell you about the history of the Vikings in Britain, or even the history of the Vikings in Europe. We're just going to tell you about the history of the Vikings on our street. And when you travel deeper into the museum experience here, what you're going to see looks a little bit like a village. What you're actually seeing, though, is you're seeing 6 houses out of a street of maybe 26 houses out of a city of 1,000 sort of streets. The majority ethnic population in the city that you're going to visit today is Anglo-Danish. That means half of them are from Denmark and half of them are from England. All right? And what you're seeing here is not an entirely a Viking city anymore. It's a new sort of place that has aspects of Scandinavian life in it and aspects of Anglo-Saxon life, living cheek by jowl against each other. You might have noticed that you're standing on
This goes on for a while.
looking glass door.
Tell us what's going on.
It's a dark ride, like the Haunted Mansion.
Is it a 3? No, they'll get you 3 in the front. And how many are you? A 2? Oh, if you 2 line up there, I'll get you in the back. Thank you. Lovely. Just lean on that, it'll talk to you down there.
Does it go upside down?
No, not at these speeds, you fall down. It's a nice stroller coaster, not a roller coaster.
Okay.
We prefer the room.
No.
Speakers, don't bang your head on the very big speakers.
Okay.
Back row 2.
the wrap up on that? What did you think?
Okay, so this is the Viking Museum in New York. It's got people pretending to be Vikings in it, and it's got a Walt Disney World dark ride to show what the archaeologists actually found here.
Yeah. See? Viking. Not Viking. Viking gift shop. And what was how did we exit?
Oh, through the gift shop, of course.
Yeah. So, perfect. And now we're looking for the shambles.
Yeah, which is there.
Too basic indoor plumbing. And shops. Alright, I'm not going to film here because I have to keep an eye on myself.
Yeah.
And this is be aware of my surroundings. So, alright, cheers.
I can assure you, first quarter the odds wheel playing.
It's a long ride.
Warrington and Sons presents for your pleasure his old English galloping horses, suitable for young and old. What goes around comes around. See what the signs all read?
Yeah.
Pound. £13.68, please.
The next day.
So that is breakfast, English bacon. We bought that yesterday in York. We were visiting York. We're still in York. And we're in a campground that is nothing, well, I won't say nothing. It's not quite like the one that we stayed at yesterday that you just saw. Beth, can you tell us the difference between this one and...
Well, this one is a little, it's similar, but it's under construction. It doesn't have any services, toilets or showers, that kind of thing, because they're rebuilding that. But
what about the maintenance part of it?
the maintenance is not as good. It's, you know, you can tell. But they were very upfront about not having the services. It wasn't like we got here and we were surprised by it. But it's the same price as the place we stayed at last night.
Right.
With no services.
With no services.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point I was
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
You know, and the maintenance here is a little bit less. I'm not going out there because it's cold in England.
Today, it was warm here.
And no, the RV is not on fire. That's the bacon.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
but yeah, it's getting like home in here.
Uh-huh.
And we're here in England.
Yay.
Yeah. So we'll show you this campground a little bit. First, we're going to have breakfast.
Breakfast.
So what's this called, Beth?
It's an Elson point.
Elson Point. What is it?
It's a dump.
It's a big hole where you dump your chemical toilet, which we just did, which is one of the huge differences, right? Between American campgrounds and
Yes.
European.
Yes. We're getting used to it.
What are the biggest differences? We'll talk about it right now.
Okay.
Okay. One of the biggest differences is the cassette toilet. That's right here. Everybody's got one. It's that thing. You've seen that before. One of the other big differences is your gray water.
Yeah.
Gray water
Comes out from under there.
is out from underneath. There's just a pipe. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. It's right there. It's just a pipe in front of the axle. And there's a lever. You pull that. and that dumps the gray water right on the ground.
Or into a drain.
Into a drain. A lot of them have
campgrounds,
drains.
Yeah, that you just drive over and dump.
Which is what you're supposed to do, and you've seen us do that.
Yeah.
That was different.
Electric's different.
Electric hookup. That's what your hookup looks like, but it's 220 volts. And it goes into a socket. Here's a socket. Goes into that. And then they have these. Usually something similar. That's your breakers. That says there's a danger of death. So there is a moniker of that.
Yeah.
This is the first we've seen of a gray dump on site. And
Yeah.
some people have hoses and they run a hose to that.
That's very unusual. We've never seen that at any of the other sites
No,
we've been at. So
no.
it's an unusual.
And then water, you just saw the water spigots. That's unusual as well. Usually that's just at the front.
Yeah,
And
these sites have their own water.
And most places, it's a shared spigot. And then you just go and get your water. A lot of people use a watering can. And they take numerous trips
Back
to
and forth.
fill up their tank, because usually they don't hook a hose right up and then use the pressure like we do in the US.
Yeah.
They have a pump on board and you use that. We've also seen people with water containers that roll like a barrel, and those are usually the caravans or trailers, and those have a hose that goes into the barrel and they pump the water out of there. Ours is over here. Check your German at the door. Wasser. And this is lockable. I don't know why.
So nobody can tamper with your water supply.
Okay. So that was a huge difference. Everything's pumped in the water.
But we've gotten used to all the different systems. So we've been doing it for a couple months now, and it
Yeah.
seems normal now.
Yeah.
So
We dump
every other day.
every other day. When Shannon was with us, because there's 3 people, we dumped every day.
Yeah.
And that was just to make sure that we have no. We also got a spare cassette.
Right.
So if we get stuck, we can.
Yeah. Like tonight we're boondocking, and if the cassette that we have gets full, we have an empty one we can switch out.
Here's and the empty one just stores back here with all the other junk. It's down there under the air fryer. See the orange pipe? And what else is back here? Well, that's the electric, and right behind the electric is where the water tank is. And it's about how much?
Oh, I have no idea.
How about time-wise?
Oh, the water lasts at least 3 days for us.
3 days.
Yeah.
And that's using the water flushes the toilet, which
Washes
is
the
also
dishes,
different.
And we fill our Berkey for drinking water from the tank.
Let's look at the difference in the toilet between American toilets and European, or cassette toilet. Okay, bathroom. That's the toilet. The differences aren't that much. This is plastic. This whole thing turns. Just the top part. The cassette is directly under this. And when you pull the lever at the bottom here, you pull that lever, it opens a hole. The hole goes right into that cassette that we were looking at. You also hear a pump running. There's an air system on this one, so it sucks air out. So when you open this up, you don't get stink in here. And then you can see it just closes. And that's it. And then you have a button here, which is your flush. It gives you a little bit of water. And that's it. That's the differences mostly between American campers and European. What other differences would you say?
The size.
Well, it's just, this is a
It's
van.
personal, but even their Class A's are much smaller.
Yeah, the Class A's are smaller.
We've seen one camper with slides.
More than one.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
We saw a bounder yesterday,
Oh yeah.
which looked huge.
Because it was a standard American size Class A.
Most people don't tow behind,
No.
even with the big campers. And a lot of bicycles, a lot of electric bikes. Like when we bought this thing, you could, Haro, we asked him to take the bike rack off. And he was like, why would you do that? It was almost like telling him, no, we don't want a spare tire, throw that away. You know, because in Amsterdam, everybody has bikes.
In the Netherlands,
And here in Great Britain, too, everybody has electric bikes, or a lot of people have electric bikes, because they park their camper and then that's what they do.
They take their bikes,
We
don't do that. We move too much for that.
So.
And we want to be able to park in parking lots in downtown York, which we did yesterday.
The bicycle keeps us. The bicycle keeps us under. If we put a bicycle on the back, we'd be over 6 meters. We wouldn't fit a lot of places.
No,
we barely fit now.
Yesterday,
yeah. So that's a big difference. This I think is the same. Propane gas.
Yeah, it's not the same for us.
Sink's probably the same. Refrigerator is small, but it's the same. It's 12 volt or 220. This is different for us, but it's probably the same for a lot of people. It's just the controls work a little different, just like anything else does. And this camper has underfloor heating, and it has radiators, and it has forced air. So it has both systems. The floor can be warm, and you can also blow air. What it's missing, that we haven't had an issue with yet, is if you look on the ceiling here, what's missing?
The air conditioning.
There is no air conditioning.
And we're going to have to install that before we go to Italy and Spain next year, I think.
I think so. So that's going to be something for Timex to do. But I think that covers all the differences. Similarities. It's got a bed.
Yeah.
It's got cooking.
Yeah.
It's got a refrigerator.
It's easy to live in.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And it's really nice to be able to have your own bed and your own kitchen wherever you go.
Oh, and the other huge thing between the U.S. and Europe, not Great Britain, but Europe, everything's metric.
Yeah.
So kilometers per hour, which I think we've covered before, are different. And now...
And the money's all different, too.
Every time we start this thing, we have to convert it over to miles per hour.
Because we're in Great Britain.
Because we're in Great Britain, and it won't stay that way. It defaults back. It just goes back to kilometers. So.
Well, at least it's not speaking German to us anymore.
Right. So. And the speedometer is only in kilometers. It's not miles per hour. So I think that's a wrap. Otherwise, I'm just rambling.
As usual.
Those are the differences. Yes, I am going to go outside and do my thing. So let's take a look about, shall we? It's just kind of a little like they're deferring maintenance while they're doing the construction over there. And that's fine. But if you remember the bushes, how nice they were trimmed and everything. And I don't know, am I being a little critical here? Yes, I am being a little critical. But just to point out, this is perfectly acceptable. Don't get me wrong. But this is just to point out how exceptional the place was that we were at yesterday. So there's that. Definitely different than anything in the States. And the electric here is up really high because this place regularly floods. The channel is right down here, the canal. So we're going to go over and take a look at that this morning. But first, clean up. Right, Beth?
Cleaning up.
Always important.
Yep.
Small space. Got to have everything where it belongs.
Before you take something else out.
Yep. So there we are. Tell me?
Cruise the Cut. Is that his name?
Cruising the Cut. I'm sure he's been through here.
Yeah.
Interesting
So it's
bridge.
an actual canal with a lock. Naburn Lock.
Pretty cool. Risk of falling. Falling in love.
Oh no. Here comes the kayakers.
Nice old bridge tied up. Chain. This doesn't move.
Yeah, they don't use this lock anymore, I bet.
No.
Just the other one.
Yep. Probably don't have enough traffic up and down. So, it's a lock. That's a boat. I guess he's going down. That's a big lock, isn't it?
What?
It's a big lock, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's the old lock house.
Stables for the horses that used to run the canal.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what the sign said. And the lock master, you know.
Yeah, the stables were over there.
Oh, maybe.
So this made enough money.
Yeah?
Not anymore. Because now it's free. Well, not free. You have to be a member of the lock thing, I guess. But pretty cool.
I'm excited to see it.
Let's go this way.
Yeah.
Very similar to the bridge that we saw in Norway.
Oh, the round bridge, yeah?
Yeah.
So now we've seen two of them.
Yeah. I've never seen one before.
Yep.
So, interesting. Capstan hoist. That would have been probably for pulling the boats through,
Or the bridge.
because the horses or the bridge.
Yeah, I think it's
I
for the
think you're
bridge.
right on the bridge, Beth.
They just use horses to pull them through.
Yeah, because it would be. Yeah, the bridge. It looks like it'd fit.
There's a narrow boat there.
Yeah. And there's
Now
a
we know we're in
canal and river trust boat.
Right?
Yeah, we've seen a canal.
Yep.
Let's go FT.
Okay. Sounds good.
How long do you think it's been
What?
since this has been a working lock?
Oh, that one?
1800s, right?
I don't know. Yeah, possibly. Every lock has its own little history, right?
I guess so. Yeah. Let's go in. So we had tea.
Yeah.
It was very good. We met the owner. We might go and interview her. This was a rental space,
Yeah, banquet hall.
banquet hall, that the lock keeper built.
200 years ago.
200 years ago. And he got chastised because it was too expensive and too big. But I think it's beautiful. It's been here 200 years. So I think the lock keeper was right.
Yep.
But beautiful space. We'll get a picture from the outside. You'll dig it. And the tea, all vegan. I have no idea how they do that, but it's good.
And it's Yorkshire tea. Very good.
Yorkshire tea, very nice. So that's all I got. 2 fireplaces, lots of pictures of the locks, paintings, watery paintings. Very nice room. And I asked her, where'd she get all the tables and chairs? She said, she just goes around to sales and gets stuff. But some of it is old, This table here is old, along with 2 seats. That's Georgian, Victorian, and older. They're just beautiful pieces. So that's all I got about this, I think.
Yeah.
Beth, you got anything?
Yeah, we finally got a lovely tea.
Yep. Now all we need is fish and chips.
That's tonight.
Tonight. There we go. That's your
on Facebook, yeah.
on Facebook?
Yeah,
okay.
our website. I've got a website.
Yeah, what is it?
It's Tea by the Lock. It's basically what it says on
By the Lock.
You can.
Tea by the Lock.
You drank tea.
Yeah.
By the
There's
Lock.
tea. We're by the Lock. So thanks a lot.
Thank you. Well,
So much.
Beth?
when do you go back?
Oh, we're heading to Scotland, Wales, then Ireland. So
Whereabouts in Scotland?
we're gonna
Well,
go
we have to get Edinburgh, Glasgow, Isla.
Edinburgh's
So,
lovely. You've
yeah.
been before?
No.
No.
Go to the one place I would recommend is the Portrait Gallery Museum.
Oh, the King's Gallery.
The Portrait Museum is absolutely amazing.
Okay, we'll check it out.
Absolutely.
We're gonna go see the yachts, the King's
Oh,
yacht.
yeah,
and we're gonna go,
Britannia.
yes.
Yeah,
and we're gonna
go
go
see
to the
that.
castle.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah.
see the
Oh,
Portrait
you love
Gallery
it.
too.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
it. It's the
Yeah.
best place ever. Every time
Brilliant.
I go to Edinburgh.
So if you want tea by the Lock, talk to this lady.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Cheers.
Bye.
I guess Mark is done editing that video.
Yes, I am.
I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up.
And don't forget to comment and like and share, because we need all those things to get to our 500 subscriber goal that we're trying to get to. So if you could, we'd appreciate it. And then we'll see you up and down the road.